Hi, I'm Yumna from Feel Good Foodie. That's all I got. If you're looking for an easy, no-bake holiday dessert recipe, then you have to try this 4-ingredient chocolate peanut butter bars. Unlike most peanut butter bars, I don't use graham crackers, powdered sugar, or butter to make the crust. Instead, I use maple syrup and oat flour along with peanut butter. So they're vegan, they're flourless, and they're refined sugar-free. They're similar to peanut butter cups with an irresistible fudgy consistency. It's the perfect dessert to make for anybody who loves peanut butter and chocolate. So you definitely need to make these over the holidays, and I'm gonna show you how. Let's get started. We have 1.5 cups of creamy peanut butter, 1.5 cups of oat flour, and 1/2 cup of maple syrup. For the topping, we're going to melt 1.5 cups of bittersweet chocolate chips along with 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going to take the maple syrup and pour it right into the peanut butter. And I'm going to microwave this for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. You can also use a double boiler to heat it up until it's nice and smooth and consistent. All right, it's nice and melty and heated through. So I'm going to just mix the maple syrup and the peanut butter together. And you can use chunky peanut butter if you wanted to, but I think the result is much better when you use smooth peanut butter. You want to mix it until it's completely smooth and there's no streaks of maple syrup left over. And this is what you're looking for. It pretty much just looks like peanut butter again, but it has the maple syrup incorporated in there, and the maple syrup is going to help everything hold together, but it's also going to sweeten the recipe naturally. And now we're going to add some oat flour. Oat flour is basically just oats put in a blender, processed for just about 30 seconds to 1 minute until it looks like flour. So this right here is basically just made from oats. There's 1 ingredient in it. And the cool thing about it is that because it's made from oats, you can actually eat the flour raw. So there's no need to actually cook it beforehand, and there's no need to do anything else with it. You just toss it into the recipe and it's edible, no bake. And then we're gonna mix everything again very well together until there's no flour streaks left over. You don't need any special tools, you don't need a mixer. I think just a silicone spoon like this, or just even a regular spoon, works perfectly fine for mixing it all together. And it will get tougher to mix as you continue doing it, just because it's gonna become like a dough-like consistency. Now that we have the perfect consistency for the base, we're going to transfer it to this pan. What I did right here was I just lined it up with some parchment paper. And what you want to do is you want to have the parchment paper just a little bit wider than the actual pan. And that's just going to help you take it off and release the peanut butter bars when they're all set. So you want to kind of set it like this. And I'm using a 9x9 pan. You can also use 8x8 for a little bit thicker bars, or you can even use a 9x13 for super skinny bars. And now we can use the back of a silicone spatula like this, or the back of a regular spoon, and just press it down until it's nice and consistent. And once you have that all set, we're gonna go ahead and heat the chocolate chips. But what we're gonna do is add some peanut butter on top of the chocolate chips, just to help it be a little bit lighter, and just add more peanut butter flavor everywhere. And I'll heat this up in the microwave again for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. All right, just grab this from the microwave, and you can see that the chocolate is melted. We're just gonna mix everything together. Once the chocolate is all smooth and consistent, and you don't see any more chocolate chips or any more peanut butter streaks, then it's time to pour this over the peanut butter base we just laid out. So then you'll just use the back of the spatula and just spread everything out so it's evenly distributed all over the peanut butter base. And it's time to lick the spoon. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So there's no need to bake this, no need to put it in the freezer. Just place it in the fridge for 2 hours until it sets. And you'll know it sets because that chocolate on top is just gonna get a little bit harder, and it's just gonna stick together to everything. So we'll see you in 2 hours. I just pulled these out of the fridge. They were resting for 2 to 3 hours, and you can see on the top that the chocolate has definitely firmed up. So now what we wanna do is we want to use the parchment paper and lift this from the pan to the cutting board. And using the parchment paper just makes this so much easier. So you can kind of see now what we're working with. And just pull the parchment paper down from all the sides, and you can start cutting this up. I like to cut them into 16 equal squares. And don't worry if some of the chocolate on the top just breaks up a little bit. It's totally fine. And once you put it back in the fridge, it'll solidify back together. Okay, and here's the consistency right here. As you can see, it's like a fudgy consistency, and they're super decadent, very rich, and super flavorful. And it kind of reminds me of a chocolate peanut butter cup. This is Video Matt's favorite recipe of all time. And today's actually his birthday. So this is gonna be a special treat for him. I wanna see if he likes it. Oh my goodness, 2 thumbs up, he likes it. I'm so happy that he likes it, and I hope you guys try this recipe and you guys like it as well. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the video description below for the full written recipe. And if you want to see more videos like this, please like, follow, and subscribe so that I can continue making these healthy-ish recipes with feel-good ingredients. See you guys next time. Oh, that's so good.